In a previous video, you saw how to track your portfolio performance. But tracking isn't the hard part, interpreting it is. Most investors look at a return number and ask, is that good? The problem is that number on its own doesn't mean much. So instead of trying to interpret charts manually, you can just ask Mezzi, walk me through my performance over the past year. Behind the scenes, it's calculating time-weighted returns across all your accounts. So deposits, withdrawals, and timing don't distort the picture. And it separates short-term movement from longer-term trends, which is where most people get tripped up. Now, here's where it gets more important. Performance is always relative. A 12% return could be strong, or it could mean you underperformed your risk level. So the next step is context. Ask, what's the right benchmark for my portfolio? Instead of comparing you to the S&P by default, Mezzi looks at how you're actually invested, your allocation, your concentration, your mix of assets. Because a portfolio that's heavily weighted in large-cap equities should be judged very differently than one that's diversified across asset classes. From there, you can tighten the comparison. How would a portfolio with my allocation typically perform? Now you're not just looking at returns, you're evaluating whether you're being compensated appropriately for the risk you're taking. And if something looks off, that's where you dig deeper. Ask, what's actually driving my performance? Is it a handful of positions, sector exposure, overconcentration, underexposure? Mezzi connects the outcome back to the decisions that created it. And finally, you bring it back to what matters. Am I on track relative to my long-term goals? Because at the end of the day, the right benchmark isn't just the market, it's your objective. So the question shifts from, is my portfolio doing well, to something more useful. What am I earning, given the risk I'm taking, and is that enough for where I want to go?